Hello everybody, this is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. Today is May 16th, 2025, and it is Friday. And so I thought I'd do a little video today, maybe a fun video, maybe not, but hey, it's my channel, I'll do what I want. And so I figured I'd give you guys kind of a little glimpse into the life of a coin slash bullion dealer. So my day starts about 5:30 in the morning. That's usually arrival time here at the shop. Don't worry, well plied with coffee. And we start rocking at about 5:45, 6 o'clock. So at already today, between 6 and 7 o'clock, 2 dealers dropped off. So Tim, come in here. This is a bucket of dollars that got dropped off this morning that I will be buying after I sort and process. I think there's 650 is what he said was in there. So we got to process them, sort them, grade them out, verify that they're real. All the time I'm pulling fake dollars out of coins that we buy from other dealers. You know, they just buy them in bulk and then either ship them in to us or drop them off, and then for me to process and sort. And so, you know, we separate the coals from the circs, XF, AU, BU, all that, all the way down the line. Of course, the piece dollars get separated from the 1921 Morgans. The pre-21 Morgans get separated out too. So there's going to be 3 different SKUs there. And then they get broken down by grade from there. Each grade, based on the type of coin, gets its own price point. So it is a laborious process, but it is what we do in the coin business. This is that's a project that'll probably take me uninterrupted 2 to 3 hours to do, and you know, it's something I have to do when there's nobody coming in and out of the door. It's not something I can jump in, jump out, and because I gotta sprawl out with it, I gotta have a place to sort and stack and process, make notes. And so basically this big table here, when I get to do the sort, will be totally taken up by when I start separating these out by different categories and different SKUs. So, but that's one deal that's already come in. What time is it, Tim? It's 8:05 a.m. now here, Eastern Standard Time. So this is one that was already dropped off today. This is another deal that got dropped off today. This one came in actually first. I think he came in around 6:20 and dropped this off. This is another dealer who sells scrap gold. He owns a pawn shop a ways away, and so he saved up, and then he dropped off this morning. So he needed to drop off early so he could get back to work, because he is he, like myself, is a machine, and he is somebody who is out there grinding, hustling, and he does quite well for himself. So we're definitely happy for him and proud of him right there. So that's about 808 pennyweight of what he says is 14 karat gold. I mean, we got to process it and get him taken care of on that. What is gold, Tim? 3175 times 0.583 for 14. Divide that by 20, because we do everything in pennyweight, because pennyweight is the way to go. 808 pennyweight. So there's about $75,000 worth of gold there that he dropped off this morning that we'll get taken care of and turned around. This won't even be in my shop for more than a couple hours. By lunchtime, that'll already be gone, because this deal definitely takes precedence over everything else. So these two already, it's 8 a.m. and already in the shop, ready to go, ready to be processed and paid out. So when I say we turn and burn, folks, we turn and burn, and there's no day that's not a 12-hour day. That is the reality of it. And so, you know, it's Friday and we're going into the weekend. So the other side of it too, these are big days for other dealers and our local dealers who sell to us. So they need their cash, they need their money, right? And so they can operate and get through the weekend. So I take that responsibility very seriously, because I'm a serious kind of guy. And I make sure that money gets turned over as quick as possible for these folks, because you know, they're out there doing their thing too, and we need to make sure that they can keep going. So now, why you might think, well, why would they drop off their dollars uncirculated, or not uncirculated, but unsearched and sorted, and why would they let you do that? Well, here's why. Here's an example of a coin that I pulled out from a collection that somebody dropped off and they had no idea was in there. So let me pull it out here. And this coin was just dropped off one day in a bucket like these over here. 1889, and boom, we flip it over, it's a Carson City. So the person who brought that deal in had no idea it was even in there. So we sort, we process. Part of that processing is checking the dates and making sure if there are any key date coins in the collection, we make sure they get paid on. Now, I will say this, that we only do on dollars. When people drop off junk 90, which they do all the time, whether it's dimes, quarters, halves, we do not search them for dates. There's not enough hours in the day. And I'll tell you a story about that in a little bit. But the dollars we most definitely do, whether it's peace dollars or whether it's Morgans. So a coin that obviously this is a problem coin. It's going to go off the NGC and be graded, but it's going to come back details. It's not going to come back straight graded. But on a coin that they thought they were going to get paid $26, $27, or assuming that's because it was in a bucket of coals, they got paid $400. So that's why people come in and drop off coins for us all the time, because they know they're going to get a straight search on it and they're going to be taken care of for whatever's in there. Because I'm going to send that coin off to NGC and someday, and when it gets graded and comes back, I'll be able to sell that coin for $550 to $600 given its condition. After I pay the grading fees and everything, we make a little bit of money. The customer's happy because they made a whole bunch more money because they probably bought that coin across their counter for 20 bucks, 25 bucks, something like that. And so they got paid a good lick on it. And then we're going to make a little bit. So everybody wins all the way around. But that's why it's so important, especially on silver dollars, whether they're Morgans or peace dollars or whatever, that they get properly sorted and searched. Because you never know. There's so many key dates, especially in the Morgan dollars, and not only key dates but semi-key dates that actually are worth selling or buying individually rather than just as a group coin based on their condition. So there's like, in the Morgan series, forget about the 1921s, just the 1878s to 1904s, there's like 35 keys / semi-key dates that we need to look at. And then it's not only just the date of the coin, some coins actually are common in your average low circulated conditions, but once they get into uncirculated conditions, there will become what we call junk coins. A classic one of that is an 84S Morgan. An 84S Morgan in bad condition is not worth a lot of money. And you jump it up into MS grade, even AU 58, it starts to jump up in money. AU 58s, the last I looked, were selling for like $700-800. You get into uncirculated, they go for thousands of dollars. If it's in fine condition, VG, it's worth $26. So it's all of that is important when we're grading out coins, checking them out, and that's what I spend a large part of my time doing. And of course, we're going into the weekend, right? So I do want to spend some time with the family, and because that very rarely happens at all during the week, because it's just grind nonstop. But that is the nature of what we do, and it takes my eye to process this material and to make sure that it's done properly and expeditiously. That's one of my favorite words, Tim. That's what I keep hammering on my family. Work more expeditiously. All right, so that is it's now 8:11 a.m. So just these two things today have already happened here in the shop, and we're going to be focusing our attention on this post haste. Now let me show you a part of a deal that came in yesterday that explains in a nutshell why it's so important to turn and burn, and I actually got caught on this one. All right, so these slabs all came in yesterday. There are 35 graded coins here. All of them are Saints or $20 libs, and you see I got them out based on their grade. So you see I got 61 Saints, 62 Saints, 63 Saints, 64 Saints, 61 libs, 62 libs, 63 libs. So when I bought this deal yesterday afternoon, gold was $3,222. Gold is $3,175 right now. So this part here is going to be probably pretty much a break-even part for me unless gold rebounds substantially here throughout the day. Because this is a substantial amount of money. You think each one of those coins is worth, well, $31.75 times 0.9675, because that's the actual gold weight. Each one of these coins is worth about $3,072 in gold. There's 35 of them there. So this here's $107,520 just in gold value, right? So with that drop, which was basically a 2% drop, what did I lose, Tim? I lost about $2,150 in the last 12 hours on this deal right here. So, but you know, here's what I tell all my up and coming dealer friends who do business with us on these types of deals and complain when this happens to them. We lose money on deals from time to time. I'm probably going to break even on the deal as a whole because of the $182,000 deal. There's a bunch of loose shit that I melted last night. There's a bunch of $20 libs that weren't graded. Some other foreign gold, older gold. I forget what they were. And I turned and burned that stuff. I sent all that stuff right to the refinery. And so that I got locked in at the rate that was that I bought it at. So I made some money on that side of it. This part of it here, best case scenario, I'm going to break even unless gold rebounds. If it keeps going down, I'll definitely lose money on this part of the deal. And so it happens. You know, the market, when it's this finicky, we're going to get caught from time to time. And that's just the nature of the beast. And I have a lot of dealers that do business with us who, you know, unfortunately get caught from time to time. They complain about it. But my response to that is, hey, look at the gains that we've had since COVID. And the trajectory has largely been up with gold. I'm speaking just about gold. Silver's useless. But I'm speaking totally about gold right now. If you think about what has happened, especially in the last year, we're like this. And so that means over the last 1 to 5 years, we've been making a lot more than we've been losing. Sometimes we have a hiccup in the road, we get caught, we lose some money, but as a whole, the process is always on an upward movement. At least it has been for the last 5 years. Now what comes up can go down, and we may see over the next whatever period of time, next year, next 2 to 3 years, we may see gold on its way back down. A year ago it was 2,300-ish. There's no reason to say that it can't go back to that over whatever specific time period. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could. There's nothing to say that it can't. I think the demand for gold on an international level is too great right now. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think we may see some oscillation between 2,800 and 3,500 and in short periods of time too, which can make it very fun and frustrating all at the same time. This gentleman that sold us these coins yesterday, he's a longtime customer. He bought a lot of these coins from me. So that's the other side of it too that you have to look at. So I made money when I sold them, hopefully. And so there's that side of it. And now they're coming home, and now we got to figure out what we want to do with these. And do I just want to burn them, or do I want to sit on them for a bit and see if the market will rebound? So basically the question I have to answer today is, do I take my lumps and just burn these and be done with it, or do I take them to the holding facility and throw them in the dark corner and forget about them for a while and see what happens? I don't know. I'm up in the air on it as of 8:16 a.m. We'll figure it out. I guarantee you these aren't going to be sitting around in the shop for very long. That's the other side of it too, is so, I'm constantly stressing turning and burning, right? It's just a security reason too. So we keep very little inventory in the shop anymore for security levels or for security reasons. Gold's over $3,000. Obviously, you don't have to be a genius to put two and two together there. So inventory does not sit in my shop like it used to. So we keep very little in. I've talked over the last year about what a struggle it is to get cash from the banks. We ran into that again this week. And so we don't keep the cash in the shop anymore like we used to. We don't keep inventory like we used to. And when it's at gold's north of $3,000, hell, when gold's north of $2,500, there's really no reason to. Anything that needs to be ordered can be delivered the next day if we have a big purchase. Other than that, you keep a couple ounces of gold around and call it a day. It's just prudence in this market. So does that make sense, Tim?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And it's just the nature of the beast. And also another reason to keep turning and burning is that we need money, right? Because this whole deal here that came in yesterday was a $182,000 deal. We stroked him a check. He did the right thing. He went and slammed that check last night. He got his money. It got yanked out of my account, and that's $182,000. So hey, we need to make sure that we got replace that $182,000 for the next deal, and the next deal after that, and the next deal after that. And so, because there's been days where you have 3 or 4 or 5 of those deals in a day, you got to keep turning and burning to make sure that cash is available to make sure you can keep doing those deals. And that's something that I pride myself on striving here for you guys and gals. We stay capitalized for you for deals like this. If we write you a check, when we write you a check, slam it. You do not have to hold it, wait. I know there's some dealers out there that are in that position for various reasons. That's not our case. I won't write a check that you can't go slam right then and there. And we also pay you right then and there for your product. We're not going to issue you a check weeks or even months later like one of the other local guys is advertising now. So it's you're going to get paid right then and there when we do a deal. It may take us a minute to process the deal, of course, and do our verification that we need to do, but once that's done, you're getting paid. That's just the way it is here. So it is Friday. It's going to be a crazy weekend for Brian, which is always which is a good thing. That means Brian's making money. And we're going to be turning and burning here today big time. I think it's going to be a very, what do I want to say? It's going to be a fast day here. I think business is going to be brisk. And I'm looking forward to it. So I thought just as kind of a fun thing, maybe for some of you guys and gals out there, just to have a glimpse, a look into the morning of a coin dealer. So tell us what you think. Tell us if you thought it was fun. Tell us if you thought it was boring. Whatever, just keep the comments civil, please. And we will be speaking with you on Monday with premiums and inventory update, just to show you how volatile it has been. Silver ran up to like 32.70, I think, yesterday. And when I checked this morning, it was back down to 31.90. And yesterday we dropped our coal price to where we were buying at 25 and selling at 27. And then halfway through the day, it's like, oh shit, silver ran up. So we bumped our coal prices back up to 26 and 28. And now we're back down to 25 and 27. So that's just how the market goes. It's volatile, it's fun, and we sometimes get caught, but more times than not we win. So we definitely appreciate all the business you guys and gals have thrown our way, and we're going to keep slinging deals. You guys have a good one. Thank you.